Hi everybody, welcome back. My name is Lynn and I am Pretty Papercrafts 67, and today I am going to do a creative design team project for Sue at Paper Inspirations for November. And today I am going to be making these little mini envelope flip books. These are really a cute little idea to send for some happy mail or to pop inside of your junk journal pockets. And yeah, they're a lovely little way to just house some bits and pieces of ephemera, stickers and things like that. So yeah, I just thought they were a very cute idea. I've made this one here, and then I have also made a second one here. This one isn't as embellished, but yeah, they're a lovely little idea. I haven't done one in the Christmas papers, but they would make a really nice idea for Christmas as well, because a little gift card can fit inside there really well. So I thought we'd get on and we will make another one of these. So I am using, from the kit that Sue sent me today, I'm going to be using the Uniquely Creative envelope die. And I've also got the Creative Expressions Sampool stamp set. So we'll see if we can use some of those things. I'm also going to be using a page from Sue's printable, oh, I had notes, let me have a look. High Tea in June, I believe it is called, but just let me have a quick look. I should have had this ready and organised. High Tea in June. So the printable, I've already cut my envelopes with the die. I've already cut them. So this page is from the High Tea in June printable digital kit, and I have printed them front and back with two separate pages from the kit. So for this project we need 3 envelopes. So I've cut my 3 envelopes from the die. And as for the stamps, well, I have stamped some out on a piece of paper, on a scrap of paper, but we might be able to stamp directly. And I've also just cut from that same printable, I have just cut 3, there's 1 page, and it's like little envelopes or little money packets kind of thing that we used to receive our pays in when, oh geez, that's showing my age. Yeah, but in any case, I've cut the 3 panels and I have done some machine stitching around those. So I'm thinking we might decorate with those also. Just because I like that sewing look, I have just sewn around one of the top flaps of an envelope, and that will become evident in a little while. And I've also inked around everything. All right, so basically what I want to do is I'm going to attach each envelope to the other to make like this little flip out booklet. Now this is not a new idea. There is many envelope flip books out there on YouTube. So yeah, you can search many makers, and they yeah, a lot of people have their own version of this. Now these envelopes are tiny. They are a mini size. So they measure, what's that, just about 2 1/4 inches by 3 1/2 inches. So they are that very mini size, but they're really sweet. So basically all I want to do, the envelope that I've already sewn around, that will become my first or last as we put them together. So that will be the sort of the flap. And then I want to pick one for the bottom, for the end, and then this one will be in the middle. So because I have already inked everything, the very first envelope or the last envelope, I'm just going to seal it closed, just getting it ready. So I'll just pop a bit of glue down here and seal this one completely up. like that. And just seal it closed. It doesn't seem like I've got my light on. Just a minute, guys. There we go, that's a bit better. All right, so that one is completely sealed, ready to go. But what I want to do, I have seen in some videos where they're attached sort of simply by the flap, where you would attach that like that and it would stick on the back. But what I want to do, I want to do it a little bit differently to that. So the first step I'm going to do is take two of the envelopes, and I'm just kind of sort of try and line them up really, really well with each other, that top flap there. And I am going to cut this flap into more of a triangular shape. So I'm going to cut it down there. Oh, I think I've moved it. Cut it down there, and then I'm going to cut it up like that. And I'm going to do the same on this side. Now, you won't see this, so it doesn't have to be perfect measurements or anything like that. Just like that. So we've got two envelopes that have more of a triangular flap rather than the rounded edges. Please excuse me if I cough. My asthma is shocking. Okay, so now what we want to do is we're going to take this one, the end one that we've already sealed up, and I'm going to, oh, hang on. I've just got to trim that a little neater, just along that fold line there. Just take that tiny notch out there like that. And again, the same on this one. I want my cut to be fairly flush with that score line there. So I'm just tidying this up a bit. As I said, you won't really see much of this. I'll just trim that one up a little bit better as well. Just along that score line there. All right, so I'm going to take this one here, the end one, and this one here. And I'm just going to sort of lay it down, make it nice and even. And then with my cutter, where the envelope flap starts and finishes, I'm just going to cut down through that score line a little bit longer than the envelope flap, just like that. And then that opens up that section there like that. I'm going to take this envelope and I am going to thread it through like that, so that the envelope flap from the last envelope comes through onto this one here. Just excuse me a minute, I've just got to blow my nose. Okay. And then what I want to do, I want to level that up so that the envelopes sort of are as close to sort of top and bottom as you can. And I'm just going to leave, just a tiny smidge between the two envelopes, just to kind of give it that that space so it can fold. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab my glue, I'll level that again, like, oh, it's a bit fiddly. Push this back, and then this flap I'm just going to glue down onto the inside of that next envelope, just like that. Now, what I did discover when I was making this one, I didn't glue, I glued my flap down, but I did find it difficult to get little bits and pieces in. This kind of resisted, so I'm just going to pop a little bit of washi tape just across this join. You won't see it, and it will just sort of give it an easier, a smoother, whatever you want, whatever you call that, just a smoother entry into the envelope. So once I've done that, I am then just going to seal my envelope up. So I'm going to put some glue down here and some on this side. And I'm also just going to run just a tiny bit of glue along the bottom end there, just to seal the envelope up. And then I'm just going to flip that over and seal it all together. Okay, so that's 1, 2, like that. You might just have to play around with it a little bit just to get it as level as you can. And then we are going to do exactly the same thing with this one. Going to take that envelope flap. I'm going to level it up as best that I can with the 2 envelopes. Oh, hang on. Yeah, that's right. All we're doing at the moment is cutting our slot. So just kind of make sure that they're nice and level. Again, looking where the envelope flap is, and just down that center score mark, just a little bit either side of the envelope flap, and I'm just going to cut that straight down again like that. And then that creates another slit there, and then again we're just going to feed this flap inside of this envelope like that, and again leveling everything up as best we can, leaving a little bit of a gap in between. Fold that back. I just want to check that again. Fold that back, and then I'm simply going to, oops, it moved. It is a little fiddly. So just like that. Hold that tight, and then I'm going to stick this flap down here. Just like that. Put a bit of washi again along that edge of that envelope flap. And then we will close this envelope up. A bit of glue there, a little bit of glue there, and just a fine line just down there. Holding the 2 flaps over, and then I'm just going to do that. And there you have it. How cool is that? And then they all will fold up on each other, and you have this beautiful little gift card wallet, ephemera holder, happy mail. They're just such a lovely little lovely little idea. All right, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave the insides fairly plain. What have I done on some of these? Let's have a little look. So I'm decorating the outside panels, but I have left the inside panels plain just because of the bulk. You don't want too much going on because it'll be harder to fold. And besides, you are going to pop your bits and pieces. Now with this one, I did sew all around the edges of it because I love the sewing, but I sort of feel that that's sort of taken away some of that inside space. So I have had difficulty trying to get little bits and pieces into this one. But this one I didn't sew, and it really has left the pocket, or the envelope pocket, a lot bigger. So I'm not going to sew. I haven't chosen to sew on this one either. But that is your choice. You don't have to sew. I love the sewing. That's completely personal choice. And now my little strings come undone. So I'll just fold that back, or tie that back up just like that. All right, so now I'm going to flip that over like this. Now I've got to work out top and bottom. So this will be our top. And this is the first panel that you will see. So I've got my 3 panels cut and sewn. And I'm simply just going to stick those down like that on each panel. And what I'm going to try and do, I tried to do this with the other one, but it didn't quite work. I'm just going to glue it down on the 3 sides and try and create a little pocket. It's not a very big pocket because they are only small, but you just might be able to slip something inside. We'll sort of have a look at that in a little while. So that will be what the front looks like. Then it will flip. Did I do that? Yes, then it will flip. And I'm going to pop another one of these little panels on this side. And again, I'm just going to glue down the 3 sides and try and create that little pocket. Just like that. And we'll pop that one down there. Like I said, they're only tiny pockets, but you might be able to slip a little bit of a little something in there. We'll have a look as we go along. I just want to give that a minute for that glue to grab. And then open it up one more time, and then we've got this back panel here that again I'm going to pop another little printed panel down on that one. Take that up a little bit higher. And again, just pop that in that section of the envelope there. All right, so that is our outside and that is our inside. Isn't that sweet, the way it just folds up like that? Okay, now for a little bit of decorating, let's see. Well, first of all, I've just got a number here that I've cut from a printable, and I'm sorry, I can never remember whose printable this is, but if you know, then you know what I'm using. But I'm just going to cut around this number, and this is just for my closure. And you could do a closure in a few different ways. You could do one of those policy envelope closures. You could put an eyelet in the little flap. What else could you do? You could just punch a hole and run some ribbon through there, which we might have to do yet because that is not working. No, I'll have to put that there. I had mounted it onto some cardstock, but it hasn't worked, so we'll just leave that there for now. We might actually even do the eyelet for this one. We'll see. All right, so now I also want to use, Sue has also sent me the stamp set. Now, as I said, I have already stamped some of these images, but I think we might stamp some straight down onto these panels as well. That's not sticking. It's so humid here today. I'm not surprised nothing's sticking. I'm just going to fix those up a bit. I do want to try and keep that pocket open. And again on this side. Oh no, that one's fairly stuck. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to grab a stamp block and I'm going to grab my ink. And I am just going to use black ink. And I'm just going to sort of pick some random... Now, these are a beautiful stamp set. It's French, I believe, so I'm really not sure what any of it says, but, you know, you can kind of make it out. So this says, like, note and important. There's a lot of dates, register, perfume, number, numero, I think that's number, Paris. So there's quite a nice selection of different stamps here. So we're going to put it this way. And I don't know, I'm just going to have a bit of a play. I might grab some red as well, just in case. Please excuse my cough. This humidity is not good for asthma. I don't know why. but it's not. All right, so I've got sort of top panels along here. As I said, I've got some of these I want to sort of already pre-stamp that we might use. So I'm just going to pick a stamp, any stamp. I've got no preference. Oh, well, I kind of do, I suppose. So let's just say, let's just do a date. So we've got this date here. And for no particular reason, we're just going to stamp it down. So this stamp pad's a bit wet. So yeah, I'm just going to sort of turn it on the side, and I'm just going to do something like that. I need to grab something here. That's a lot of ink on there. And I'm just going to go around just picking random numbers, or random stamps, I should say. I like this 114, and we might do that in a little bit of red maybe. And we'll just kind of go over the top of that, just like that sort of thing. What else can we do? Now, I like this, so I'm going to cut Paris out. Trim that down a bit. And just, I don't know, maybe put that one there like that, maybe. I think this is the back one, isn't it? Yeah, so this is what's on the back. So a little bit of ink on this. I'll grab my glue. Oh. And I'm just going to sort of put that one along there like that. And I think because I had this number, we might just pop it sort of down in that corner. And just put it there. And just decorate however you like. Now some of these will be a little bit too big for the actual stamp, for the actual area. They're a long stamp. But on the side like that, that's not bad. So I might take this one that says parfum or perfume. And again, I'm just going to use the black. And I am going to just stamp down this side here again. They're a beautiful stamp. They stamp so clear. Lovely. And what else have we got? I love this big round seal. So I'll cut this one out of here. I'm sorry, I go very quiet when I'm fussy cutting. Like that. And give that a bit of ink. And I'm going to stamp that. I'll not stamp it, stick that. Just kind of there, kind of thing. Excuse me. And then what have we got? Here's another number sequence that I think is really nice. And I might do that in the red as well. And kind of stamp that over the top. Oh, kind of sort of just there. Let's just put it there for no rhyme nor reason. And what else do we like? We've got the, so I'm just going to again close that up. So that's your inner, that's the one that's going to show when it's closed. And I love the florals in this one. And this printable is a beautiful printable, really pretty. And I do just, I don't know. I like this. This is a number stamp again. And how does that go? This way here. And I'm just going to kind of sort of put that around about there. Just like that. Okay, so that one, and then so that is that cover, like that. And then we've got this last little one here. Let's cut this one out. The script is so pretty in so many of these little stamps. Well, they're not little, it's a really decent set. 28 stamps in this set. And then I'm thinking I'm just going to pop that there, some bit of ink. That. I'm going to run that one up the side like that. What else? What else? Oh, it's even got a little frame, so that's a really sweet idea as well. Put this little frame down here, put this one back here. And I might do the frame in red. I'll just wipe that center. I hope that doesn't sort of going to, oh, I don't know. Let's just, oh, I don't know. Let's overlap it a bit. Like that. And then we might just pop a number inside there. What have we got? Here's another number series, 1871. And we'll just kind of put that inside there like that. Where did that one come from? Here. And, oh, this is a nice number. Oh, maybe not. Maybe another one of those could be cool on there. Or important note. Maybe we might put that one on there. And we'll just go along the top there. Like that. And it's just kind of making a bit of a collage with stamps, really. All right, so that's that for stamping. As I said, I'm not going to put anything. I'm not going to put anything on the inside, because once you fill it up with all your bits and pieces, you could easily stamp some things on the inside, but I'm just going to leave it plain for now. All right, so now we've got to work out a closure. Now, I did have my little number cut, but that didn't work out. So what I could do is I could just punch a hole, or we could try again on a number. Oh, I don't know. I like that 31. That could look cool, but that might be a bit big. These oval ones look good. So let's just try this again. I wanted it to layer up a little bit to make it a bit thick so that I could wrap the cord underneath it. You all know what I mean, those policy closure kind of things, policy envelope closures. So we'll just do that. Now I just want to grab some scrap of some sort. Just like that. And I'm just going to fold that over. And I want to stick that together. And this is, all this is doing is just creating some layers so that this number sits up a little higher. And then I'll put the number, I'll give that some ink, or even though I will be trimming it out. And I'll pop that down on there. And just giving this a minute to dry, and then we'll cut that out as well. Okay, so now while we're waiting for that to dry, we might fill up some of these things, some of these little pockets. So I've got some mystery box items here, just some little tickets and things. Now these are a small pocket, so you may have to trim down. See, it's not quite, they won't quite fit in there. So I think I'll just trim one of these down a little bit. Just a lovely little idea, a beautiful little happy mail, I think. And then that one will slip in there like that. Isn't that cute? And you really can get a lot in there. So we've got another little tiny one that can go in there. What else have we got? These are all mystery box items, all the beautiful stickers and supplies that Sue sends. And look at these, aren't they gorgeous? But if I was to put that there, oh, that could work maybe. We could just sort of put something along the top there like that. Just, I know these are a sticker, but I am just going to glue just along this top section here. And I'm just going to glue that down there. Oh. Giving that a minute to dry. Isn't that pretty? And then we've got lots of little stickers. We can pop some more stickers in there. Little coffee cups. We've got some more florals. Aren't they beautiful? Really pretty. Some florals can go in there. What else have we got? Oh, these are cute too, and that's what I want to try to see if those little pockets on the front worked. So we've got some of these little tags. So you can just keep adding and keep adding. You can fit so much in these. That kind of thing. And just keep going. Yeah. And there'll come a point where you'll find, okay, that's probably getting a little bit too full because you won't be able to close it so well. But that sticker, that's gorgeous. All right, so now what I want to try is these little front top pockets. Let's see if we've left enough room. Oh, look at that. So there you go. You can put a little tag. You can make a little tag. I've just got these ones from mystery boxes, but you can make some little tags to go into these little pockets just to add an extra piece to your happy mail. Just like that. So they are very sweet, popping out the top. And how else? What else? We can still fit so much more in there. So I'm just going to pop them back in. Oh, I do have this bit of ribbon. I wonder if I could make that. Oh, it's got a knot. not real great at undoing knots. Not real great at tying knots either. No, we won't worry, won't fiddle with that. And then we've also got, I think these are a little bit too big to fit in our pockets, some of these stickers, but these are gorgeous too. We've got some frames, or we've got some white florals we can pop in there, little white floral stickers. Put those in there. And then these beautiful frames, but I do think they're going to be a bit big just for height. Yeah, I don't think they're going to fit, but that's okay. We can put something like that. Oh, that's tight. That won't fit either. So you just got to fiddle around with what you've got and what you would like to put in your pockets. All right, so now we'll get onto this closure. So I'm just going to trim this one out again. Oh, trim this one out. Like that. And then I'm just simply going to stick that down with a little bit of glitter glue, but I'm only going to stick it just in the center because I want to be able to wrap my string underneath it. So just like that, and we'll just give that a minute to dry off. While I try to put this pin back into my bottle. There we go. And I think the pink will match really well. So probably way too much string, but that's okay. Okay, so while that's drying, I'm just going to try to wrap that string underneath it so that hopefully that will dry in place with the glue. I should try and tie that off a bit maybe. Oh, I've gone too far. Oh, geez. Okay, start again. Pop our number down like that. I'll cut that bit of gluey stuff away. And I'll wrap my string underneath it. As I said, it's fiddly. Like that. I'm not going to try and tie a knot. And then, when that's all dry, wrap that around, and then you can just wrap your string around like that. Like I said, way too much string. And there you have a cute little Happy Mail or pocket insert. Aren't they cute? Now, ideally, once that is all dry, then you can do your closure and you wrap it around like that kind of thing. However you want to. Bring that in, wrap that one like that, and then just wrap it underneath your number like that. But I'm not going to tempt fate at the moment. I'll just let that sit and dry. And this one's the same. We can just wrap it around. Wrap it around like that. Aren't they cool? So you can really get quite a lot in these little pockets. And I just think they're a very sweet idea for a mini envelope. So there you go, guys. You could do this project with any size envelope. It doesn't have to be mini sizes. You could do it with a regular size envelope. That's very dependent upon what you have and what you would like to do. But yeah, if you love the minis and you have a mini envelope die, then this is a great little project just for a little happy mail, or as I said, in Christmas, they would be great for Christmas gift cards or a little bit of cash to sit inside. So the uniquely creative envelope metal die, and we worked also with the Sam Poole Creative Expression Sam Poole Dates from the Past Part 2 stamp set. And the papers we were working with is Sue's Printable High Tea in June. Just let me check that again so I'm not misquoting. High Tea in June, yes. Now also don't forget that there is a discount code which I will link below. Sue has offered subscribers to my channel 10% off and all your total order. I'm just again checking notes. Yep, 10% off your total order over at Paper Inspirations website. Yes, specifically for product that I'm using in the video, but I do believe it's for everything over there. So if you just, I will link that discount code down below. Just apply it at checkout to receive your 10%. So yeah, so there you go, guys. Just a quick and easy little happy mail idea, gift card holder idea for my design team project for Sue at Paper Inspirations for November. I just got in time, so we will revisit these supplies again in December, and we will make another little project. I've got a whole heap of other little bits and pieces to play with. But yeah, if you yeah, give them a go. They're fun. They can be as plain or as elaborate as you would like them to be. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. Please enjoy your Tuesday. If you're here in Queensland or Brisbane, it's extremely hot and thunderstormy. So please stay safe and well, and I will see you all again soon. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.